First of all, for Louis, what was it like being a first-time director? Um,
Okay, that's a big question already. I hope I don't take all your time answering that. But I will say this. Hey, Josh, nice to meet you. Uh, Now, what was it like being a first-time Spark director? It was amazing. I mean, I think that, and it's funny. Like, it's a whole piece of time, right? So it's about a year's worth of time in my life where it started off like this. No, I don't really want to make a Spark show. I don't know. I'm not sure. Okay, yes, I want to make one. Oh crap, I said yes to that. Now I got to find a story. I also need a producer and a team now. The story looks like it's gonna blow up and be terrible. Your team, what do you think? They're like, yeah, we can be better. What do you think about this? I'm like, oh, it's good. Let's try it. Oh, that was terrible, but let's try it again. What do you think? It's better. And it goes from being this thing that is like high waves, perfect storm of emotions of like it's great to it's terrible to then like you start to find your way and then the sea just smooths out and smooth sailing. Now, I say smooth sailing relatively. Production is never really that smooth, but comparatively to story and starting, that whole emotional spikes, it was beautiful because now you're starting to see things come to life. All that story hard work was being kind of put through the lens of my team, and the team were just making it that much better. So like it started off really emotionally rough and so beautifully, like because you find your footing. So that's my short answer is it was fantastic, Josh. Truly fantastic. Highlight of my career. And I felt like it was the right time in my career too, because I just felt like I understood everything. Even if I didn't know it, I kind of had a feeling of how to approach it, from a holistic, like not story, not art, but from a team perspective. I wanted to make sure I focused on that. And that was a huge learning point, but also a huge benefit, bonus, uh, great experience, because you feel like you get some new family and friends. So it was fantastic.
awesome. Also on the topic of the concept of family, obviously you put a lot of your own experiences into this film, obviously with your grandma Pearl, your daughter, and obviously the pit bulls. How important for you with storytelling is to put your own sort of experiences in and that sort of stuff?
Well, I think that stories are great, right? Because there's different kinds of stories you can tell. You can tell a story with robots fighting, and you don't need a lot of an emotional weight because it's an action piece, it's an action adventure. You could tell stories that are really heartfelt and meaningful and dark, like end with someone dying. I find that the idea of telling a story is and where it comes from important, right? Because having a good concept with two robots fighting for the dominance of the world is not a bad idea. But where it falls for me is that I love having some sort of an emotional like truth in there. Like I feel like if movies and stories are working right, they have truths, whether they're comedies, if they're really funny, they probably have truth in it. If they're emotional, they have truth in it. And so my family being involved or my stories that I bring in, they have to if I'm telling the story, because how else do you get that tactile feel for specificity of a character, right? It's kind of like when you go visit your friend, they have I'm sure you can kind of recount how your friend has to turn the lights on before he walks in the room and fixes the chairs, maybe. I don't know, but they have these routines that make them them. And those specific things are, really lend themselves well towards developing characters, is finding those traits that really demonstrate what they're about, right? So it's important. And not only is it important to bring that up, to have some sort of specificity, to me, it's important to bring my family in because, they always say, write what you know. And for me, I know my family. So if I bring them in, I honor them by bringing them into my stories. One, two, I get specificity into my characters that make them feel a little more tangible, make them a little more believable. And that's a real hard thing to do, is to get your characters to kind of leap off the screen and feel like they're thinking and feeling something truthful. So truth is a big thing, and having people that you understand and know only add to it.
Awesome. All right then. Thank you both so much.
Oh my,
Love the film.
sorry,
But
Courtney.
yeah, no, take
I
care.
talked too much. Josh, thank you.
Oh, it's fine, don't worry. Thank you guys.
All right, see ya.
See ya.